Rebecca, we've both been obsessed with the hard problem of consciousness, as has many others. And I always like to try to discern it myself, and therefore I want to see how you've done. How have your views changed? We spoke in 2011, 2014. Your first book on the mind-body problems was 1983. So as you look at the trending of your way of thinking about the problem, what kind of changes do you see?
Um, Perhaps I'm ashamed to admit that I have the same position which I started out with, which is that we don't we don't know the intrinsic qualities of matter that we came upon in the 17th century, basically, with actually some little prodding from Plato, who thought that mathematics was the key. Mathematics is the key, you know, that Pythagorean intuition that then was transferred to Plato and then arose with came into a real method of physics in Galileo, and then Sir Isaac Newton. That if we, there are certain aspects of our experience that are capturable in mathematical language. Those are the real properties of matter. And using them, you know, developing, then we can get to equations and all sorts, you know, complicated new properties, all of them expressible in mathematics. We have been able, matter has revealed itself to us in many ways, and you know, in ways that give us a great control over nature. Technology, computers.
Let me give you a quick spectrum of all of the kinds of radically different ideas to explain this hard problem of consciousness and see where you fall along this spectrum. So at one end, I don't know if it should be the left or the right because I don't want to get involved in politics. Say the left is that, you know, neuroscience at the cellular level with biochemicals and the synapse and understanding all of that, neuronal circuitries in the brain, et cetera. At some point, that'll be able to explain consciousness. So that's one. Second view says that no, there has to be something more fundamental about matter itself, that we don't have enough information, that will never work, that will never explain so-called qualia, but there has to be something, it's all physical, it's all natural, methodological and metaphysical naturalism is true, but it is bigger and there's more there than we think. Then we go on to panpsychism, where there's something fundamentally in reality that is parallel to the physical kind of matter. It's proto panpsychism or cosmopans, the different categories as you know, but that's something fundamental. Then you go on to that there's another dimension, a spiritual dimension, real substance dualism, maybe a religious component. And then ultimately, maybe the fifth approach would be idealism, that at the end of the day, everything is derived from consciousness. And it's not how do you get consciousness from matter, it's how, the big mystery is how you got matter from consciousness.
That's a nice rundown, yes. I don't know, I would, I'm somewhere between your second and third, I guess I would.
Okay, so that there's something that we need to find out about matter that's
Yes.
bigger than what is there, but it's still metaphysical naturalism. It's still matter, but it's just matter in a bigger sense. That's
exactly. Yeah. That's, you know, and that we really at this point don't even know how to think about it. Yeah, the argument that I was developing there was that, you know, since mathematics has so guided our conception of matter, but mathematics gives us kind of relational properties. This was Bertrand Russell's argument, and that, you know, but the intrinsic properties of matter are we don't get at those. The only way that we are getting at those is by being these material things that have consciousness. So we have this interior view of it, but that gives us nothing to analyze in terms of the properties of matter. So we're kind of stumped. And I think the stumping is itself revelatory.
I like that. I like that. The stumping is revelatory.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, the deal is if you get an additional revelation, you have to send me an email, and we will have this session again. Hopefully sooner than the 5 or 6 years since our last conversation.
That sounds very good. That sounds excellent on many levels. Excellent. And as long as we're hoping for wonderful things, let's hope that next time we'll be able to do it face to face.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and comment below. You can support Closer to Truth by subscribing.